Okay, just looking around at the moon. This is a moon photograph that I downloaded from someone online, from that person right there. And I'm just looking at the moon. I'm going to put a blue filter on this time. This particular moon photo looks like it has an orange filter on it when they took the video. And just showing you guys around at the imagery that makes up the moon. Digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area we call the moon. I'm trying to show anybody that might be interested the different depths and angles that you're going to go in at to pull this imagery from the moon and look around for yourself. I highly recommend it to everybody to go look around it for yourself. I'm looking for some specific things, particular things on my own. Shooting the shit with the camera and calling out Harold Kautz. At the same time, putting the word out there to a couple new subs who, if you guys end up being real people and stuff like that, I'm all for it. TN333, mostly talking to you and Ziggy. So I mean, if you guys are serious about what it is I'm talking about and what I am trying to share with you, then don't be offended, I guess, by what I'm saying to you either, because I, you know, that's the way it goes online, on YouTube especially. You don't know who's who, you know. So I'm particularly looking for some new body images that I found, some body imagery. I always seen the faces, but I never seen these particular couple body images. I pointed at some of them, and I'm not gotten them yet. I haven't gotten them yet, but I'm just saying their potential is there for body imagery. And at the same time, I'm showing you guys that when I change color filters, different angles, you'll pull in the imagery more clearly depending on which images and that kind of thing. It's all lights and shadows, lights and shadows. I've been concentrating on this big eye for the last two videos to show you all the things that it goes for. This one right here. All the things that it's used for, I should say. And then I'm also putting some depth on there and going in real deep here and there to show you these images that are everywhere too in the deep. And I'll mention that, you know, a good way to reconfirm everything that you're seeing when you do this is print up 2 or 3 moons from different people. And then once you start looking around at the moon, you can compare them and you'll memorize the images. I got a lot of them memorized. I used to say that I've got most of them memorized, but like I said, these deep down ones like this, watch. Get you in deep first. I'm dropping my camera right on the desk, and then I gotta find my angles for the right light. Come on, bitch. Where can I get you? Right here somewhere. Okay. So here it comes. Okay, so once my camera starts focusing in, then I can start slowly moving it up and down, and I get all this deep down imagery. And it goes way deeper than what I'm going here. I could put a fucking microscope on it, believe it or not. Or another way to do it is the telescopic lens. Maybe I should do that too. And I have not even turned angles yet. Okay, so this is the area that you all know, right? You space aliens all know this, because Neil Armstrong was walking around over there in the Sea of Tranquility. So you think. I'm just hugging the end. I know it looks a little dark over there, but you can also cut imagery out of that too as well. And then when you go in at other angles, once you got it memorized, you feel better about that as well. fucking amazing to me, man. Yeah, so I mean, you people that believe in outer space and everything like that, I mean, you guys should be all over the fucking moon, man. You should be all over the moon and trying to take it back to your space alien nonsense, you know? I mean, that's what I would be doing if I came across this and I was believed in that shit. I'd be like, oh yeah, look, it's evidence for fucking space aliens and stuff. And then for the religious folks, you could try taking it back. Unfortunately, you guys, what's going to happen is, um, at least while I'm around, anyways, I'll be still calling you out. So if I find anybody doing that, I'll just go to your channel, give me something to do. That'll give me a reason to do videos. And I'll be going to your channel and saying, bullshit, man. You know what I mean? So you can try to take passages from the religious books, you know, and say, okay, well, humankind was made in the image of God, right? That's one thing that comes up a lot. And then you can look at the imagery and you say, well, if that's the case, then why feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast, and every once in a while, A, E, I, O, and U, you know, or whatever. And why is that? You know, what are the answers to that stuff? Well, you're not going to find them in outer space because outer space doesn't exist. So, you know, what are you guys going to do? What are you space ballers going to do? I'm going in pretty tight right now, so I'll show you some of these images. The dark ones, you should be able to see their faces, and I'll cut around them. Okay, now I come out too far, and you start catching that face, the large face. So I'm going to go back in deeper. And you all have got cell phones. That's the thing that that gets me. Y'all got cell phones. I see people with the moon hanging in their bedroom or whatever. Like they got 15 pictures of the moon in all different directions, and I'm looking at it. My mind is fucking blown that that's been hanging in their room all these years, and they don't see it. They don't see the imagery. They must, and they just chalk it up as imagination. They say, oh, that's my imagination. If I say anything else, the fucking space aliens will come down and get me and take me away. Or whatever the hell they tell themselves. And again, this angle is not going to look so good to you. You may not be happy with that angle because of the colors and the contrast isn't there, and it just looks like a bunch of black blobs. And I'm moving the camera. That's why I'm saying, go do it for yourself, and you'll see. And I'm coming in at different angles intentionally so that you can see one images. You'll just see the outline of it. Let's say, for example, or something like that, and then. And then all of a sudden, at another angle, you'll catch the whole image and it'll be crisp and clear. And then you'll memorize that area, you know? And I'm also showing you the different color filters are going to show some images more clearly than other filters. And then blue filter will show some images more clearly. The red will show others more clearly. So different contrasts for different images as well. And that's why another reason why I haven't moved my computer yet. It's another reason why the moon end of this is going to take a long time. And I'm bringing you back with a different color filter to show you this one here that I was telling you earlier. If you look at it, the dark area, just the dark area alone, don't bring in the larger images yet. And then you can try to claim space aliens. And then once I get you that one, I may come out and try to get you some of the other ones. Once my eyes lock on, 20, 30 images or so, I move on. And then I move on. The one I was saying earlier that looked like, where's my stick? That looked like it had the mouse. I'm not getting it with the blue filter as much. It more comes out canine. But the weird thing about this canine is that he ends up having glasses in several different directions. Hold on. The nose is right here, just to let you know. The mouth goes back this way, and the eyes are right here. And I gotta move my fucking mouse again. Okay. I'll also tell the space alien people that there's a lot of shit up around in these dark areas that you also could try to pass off as some kind of space alien invasion thing. You know, that's what you're into, Wolfish, and that's what you think, and you think your science proves that. Go ahead. I can't stop you. But I mean, at least go and look. You're not even fucking looking, and you're you don't know what you're missing, man. I'm telling you. If the reason why you guys are not going and looking is because because it doesn't match your agendas, and I think that's a lot of it is that. I'm looking at this one right now to see if it's a body image with this face or a small face right here. Yeah, I wouldn't even bother with any of that really at this point. Because you don't need the final answer. We don't need the final answer right now. We just need to be honest about shit, That's all. So being honest with ourselves means, getting off the ball, getting off the flat earth, getting away from all the other programs for that matter. I'm going to come out here because I'm going to show you some of these larger ones. If you don't see them now, don't worry. I'll pull you in on them later. Just pulling in the lights and shadows in order, and I'm reaching around, doing other shit in the room, so I'm a little bouncy. I want to talk a little more about my sincerity in my videos and stuff like that. When I say I'm calling people out, and that's what it's about, I would think it'd be pretty apparent to everybody that that's what this is about for me, and not about anything else, not about YouTube fame and shit like that. I mean, it's really ridiculous statements. It almost seems like you would just only make those statements in order to distract, so that I'm arguing with you, just like I'm doing now, wasting time debating back and forth, trying to show you and prove to you that that's not what it's about. And then I also have to prove to you and show you that it's not about Harold, because you keep trying to bring it back to Harold. Oh, your Harold's name, and Harold. Yeah, Harold's getting called out. Don't worry about your buddy. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine. Jesus, fuck. He'll survive the 2 or 3 people that watch my videos and that are going to question whether he might be an intentional liar or not, Okay. Now, I'm going to look for a couple specific things. So what I'm doing is I'm moving my monitor around, just to let you know, because I'm going to look for a couple specific things. And, where is he? He's way over there, so I have to turn this whole fucking thing this way. And I'm probably going to... because I know they're all there, right now I'm looking at everything upside down from what you are. And I can tell you just from even in an upside down position, because after a little while you get used to doing all this. And the reason why I have to do it I don't have to, but it's just better for you, for the imagery wise. Let's see if I can find. If I do this upside down for you because of the way that the light's coming into the camera from the computer. So, anyways, eye, nose, obvious mouth, obvious chin, right there, I'm trying to point at it. His hairline, you can see the hairline. Now you can get him in a lot of different ways because I can just go like this with my camera and I get him a lot of different ways on that face so that you can clearly see him. Okay, so if I move him here, you're pulling in the color with the blue filter, good enough to see his teeth. Now, this whole area, I only know from memory, that's the same eye I was trying to show you from the other angle. This eye gets used for a lot of different shit. One of them is the mouth of this guy right here. Now, his eyes just went lopsided at that angle. So now I'm going to change them because, again, it's a lot of different images in there. So this eye works with this eye, and then at a different angle, this eye works with this eye. And at different angles, they work all different angles. Now, all those other images that I was showing you at the other angle are all in here. You can't see them because they're upside down, sideways. Lights and shadows are off for what you're seeing. So I have to, in my mind, turn this upside down again so I can stay with you. Because again, it's upside down for me. Okay, I got it. Okay, so chest, big barrel chest on this guy's body image. Try to get him a little better for you. There you go. The body, at least, anyways, better. I'm gonna point out something to you fucking spaceball motherfuckers, and then also to you guys, even the flat earthers. You guys should be interested in this shit. I've been saying it for the last, 10 series. All these little points of light, all of them. See the tiny, tiny ones? These tiny, tiny little points of light that are all throughout the moon. Yep. Those are the connections that come right down to the earth. And I don't want to go off on a tangent about it, but if the moon map model is correct, then that means we turned bio all this area here from Canada through the Americas, all into Brazil, all the islands. See how dark these are? These areas, how dark they are? They used to be this light. They used to be light like this when we were more electrical. All these other areas over here represent the other side of the fucking map that you think is a ball. It does not appear to me that we have very much left. That's all the old original electrical system. And you can look in at the imagery that's in that area, and be able to also tell things and know things and see them for yourself just by looking at this map. By looking at this map and then referring to the ground that we walk on and using this as the map, it's pretty fucking amazing. And the lineup that I'm talking about, when people pass away, when our bioshells die, and we go back to the system, it seems to me that there are some cultures know a lot of the shit that I'm telling you. Whether they know it for what it is or they do it for false reasoning, I'm not sure. But for example, burying our dead. Burying our dead is not a good idea. We should be sending their, bodies, their bioshell, back to the system, because all of the heavy metals that make up you, all the minerals that make up who you are, if you want to come back to the system, into the biosystem, and have a clear memory, I don't know what the chances are with all the vaccines and all that shit, but if you did, there's people in the religions that talk about these things. And if you really did want to do that, then that's what you would have to do. You can't leave your bioshell rotting in the ground for what, 100 years or more before the whole thing is back to the system. But if you cremate, then your entire bioshell goes immediately right back into the system, right? Goes right into the system. So therefore, if the stars all align for your particular heavy metals and for your particular birth to happen, birth not meaning when you came out of mommy's cha-cha. I'm going to go on some of these larger images too while I'm over here. When I mean born into the system. When the heavy metals and minerals of mommy got together with the heavy metals and minerals from daddy and got put together, and that spark was made, everything was lined up. Now there's another thing. A lot of great shit here for people that are scientists, supposed scientists and shit like that. Because if this becomes more and more of a reality and I get to understanding it, I'm lining up the strings from the moon to the earth on the model, right? And when I line them up, I'm starting to understand the lineup of the system. So if you are not, let's say your heavy mineral makeup bioshell is born, let's say over here in Canada, when really both of your parents came from here, and grandparents, let's say they were from Brazil, both sides of the family. Let's say one was from Brazil and one was from Russia, right? And then they both of those energies met up in Canada, had sex, have a baby, heavy metal. Okay, well now when the stars are all lined up and everything's lined up, that has to be in that same location or that same location. I don't know this. I'm just telling you that it's something I'm looking into. For as far as the coming back into the system like that, because I'm very interested myself, and it seems like there are other people out there who are interested in that, and they want to know. Unfortunately, they keep running back to psychics and shit like that. I'm trying to get her with her little boobies right here. She's got the little pair here. Her face is right there. Hair blowing back in the wind. And she's actually fairly, I don't know about attractive, but yeah, probably what we would see as cute and attractive. Not this clowny looking face. And she's got some really freaky looking faces as well at different angles. Then you got the pointy nose version of her right here. And she does go male in a lot of different ways in the face. The body pretty much stays female all the way through. I'm going to give you this one. And I have to fix my... Okay, where's the eyes? Right there. So this eye here is working with this eye over here. Okay. Try to come out a little so you can see his teeth and everything down way down the bottom. For a large image, I'm going to keep coming down. Going back in, I'll give you, let's see, which one should we go for next? Okay, some of these that are half and half. So when you see images that are in the Sea of Tranquility, and you go in on those, you'll see like, so all this light area will make up the face, right? And you'll catch the two eyes, the nose, and the mouth open. And then you'll see that the dark areas are making up the hair for that particular image. And then you can follow that one through and find your angles for it. Shit like that, you know? This area here, I'm going to go in a little bit tighter on. I'm going to go in a little closer because I was on the other angles, but I want to show you image within image within image. This is only my first fucking moon photo that I downloaded. I've already done, I think, 5 videos, and I have not even changed the direction. This is gonna be the longest freaking moon part, but maybe if I lay off the Metellus, maybe that'll make Rufus happy. Rufus don't want me talking about the Metellus either, right? Don't use Harold's name. Yeah, it's funny, Rufus, because it's okay for Harold. You don't seem to have any problem with Harold coming out and making all these false claims. He's not showing you anything that you can go see for yourself. You don't have any problems with that. But yet you got all these issues because I'm, calling out Harold. Somebody with a few subscribers is calling out fucking Harold, who has millions of fucking subscribers. I never even looked, but I'm sure he does. Yeah, it was very strange, man. It's very strange. Typical, but very strange. Okay, I'm going in real deep, down into like the grains of the paper. And as I move it around, you're going to just look around and look at all the imagery in there. And whatever you miss, I'll come back and remaster this video and I'll show you. And deep down, like I am right now, this is how you'll know if any of the other photos. I've never seen a NASA photo with any of these outside photos. In other words, these long shots. You have to be in real deep in order to see the changes they made. I've never seen them. It's hard to say. You don't want to call them large images because larger in this area that we call the moon, I guess. I don't know. So that's another good idea too. You can blow up an area that I just accidentally did by accident, I guess, or either that or this is what happens with my computer lately too. This is exactly what happens. You can be doing something, all of a sudden the mouse will start moving and shit happens with it, but I could have just bumped it. I don't want to get paranoid. Anyways, but that is what my computer's been doing all that anyway. I'm going to come in tight around this edge. Here's that area again that I told you about to watch for the body imagery, just so you can see the face while I'm in here. All the other faces. It would be upside down, that face, anyway, right now. I'm just giving you a bunch of other ones that are right around it. Give it a large one. Okay. These dark spots that I was talking about earlier, when you start getting down into Brazil and the islands and stuff like that, right? The dark areas is what I'm accounting for as we've gone further and further bio. And at one time, this is how humans can make a difference in the system, the real true system. So the real true system was an electromagnetic nanocarbon system. All looked this color at one time. All the imagery looked like this stuff here. Okay, put it this way. This will be the simplest way I guess I can explain it. So at one time, when we first started out, we could all talk about dates and stuff like that. It was only the last reset, I say 6,000 years. I don't know what the date is going to be. We'd have to think about it a little while and really look at things for what they are. We could probably put together some realistic dates of when the program actually started. But all these images down here that are down deep that I'm trying to bring you right now, the ones that you're probably not even seeing, I see them all. I see rows and rows of the faces that are lined up and stuff like that. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I could put the it's probably the angle that I'm at too is not going to be that good. Let's see. There you go. Okay, so you see the way all these images are now. I'll also tell you, look at all the fucking billions of triangles, huh? And don't, right now your eyes are just gonna, as soon as I said that, your eyes are going to the dark triangles, guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's the way all of our minds work. And you're gonna look at the dark triangles, if anything. So now I want you to remember, once you look at all the dark triangles, don't forget, they're everywhere. They're from the veil to the ground, these builders. So now that once you mark out all your dark ones, then go for the white ones, then go for the red ones, then go for the green ones, then go for the blue ones, and then start looking at it and you'll be like, oh, I see. So the builders push and pull everything into place to create the imagery. They build everything under the veil, okay? Look at the fucking faces. Unbelievable, man. Okay, and then as we went further and further bio, as all the zombie slaves like Harold and Wolfie, as you guys came out and convinced everybody, because it was probably your ancestors, I'm sure, that started all this, right? The space aliens that you think they're space aliens, they're not. Um, not in the sense that you're talking about space aliens anyway, because that space don't even exist. Outer space doesn't exist. Okay, so these darker areas had thousands of years to get dark like this. All these other areas, because this is the whole other side of the earth that we're not on, right? So Canada, U.S., and Brazil. Just to keep it simple for me. I'm not educated like you guys. Um, I was mentioning earlier Antonio Subarats. Antonio Subarats. So, Antonio, if you ever come to my videos, what you're going to be thinking to yourself is, oh, the wind doesn't work out and this doesn't work out. And, you know, that's a lot of back and forth, which one of the things that makes it a little suspicious to me when you guys do stuff like that. Because if I'm showing it to you, just go fucking look first. Don't worry about which way the wind's blowing. Don't worry about any other shit that is in any of the models, whether it's the flat one, the Pac-Man one, the you know, all the different models that you guys have been playing with. Martin Kenny's got a really nice model. I like his model too. But fuck them all for now. You know, maybe it'll get back to more like a cross between two or three of them or whatever. But when I was watching you, Antonio, because I'm a name dropper, I drop everybody's names. Mm. When you were back doing some of your videos that I was watching, that's one of the things you'd be arguing with people about, is trying to prove these points that are mute. You don't need to prove them anymore. You can actually just go and look at all this. It's for someone like yourself who's, you know, into the art and everything, Antonio. You're going to pick up on all this really fast, really fast. And because I'm a nobody, it's not like you have to worry about the insult of taking information from someone else. You know what I mean? You're not having to do that. So that's one good thing about this information coming from me. Another good thing about it, that it's coming from me, is that, you know, because such a small channel and nobody knows about it or whatever. So if you went and looked at what I'm showing you, you would have a change of mind as well. Because I don't think that, Antonio, I don't think you're stuck on the whole flat earth thing either. I think you only do that for the entertainment aspect of it. You would lose a lot of subs and a lot of viewers if you ever, you know, said that it wasn't. But I think you know that it's really not. You've probably seen some hills and mountains and shit in your town somewhere. That's pretty fucking amazing to me, man. And I have a reason for saying this. It's a look. It's not a matter of me just wanting these things to be this way. All these dark areas, there would be some ways to confirm all this. If we look at where her arm goes down and grabs her tail, if we look at her waistline, these white areas, right? These whiter areas. This is when it goes back to what I'm saying about the electrical system. At one time, the whole entire Earth that we walked on was like this area, this whiter area right here. And then we went bio, boy. And then after going that bio, all this, in the last 600 to 800 years, did it stop? No, it's about to stop. This video is going to end on me any minute. In the last 600 to 800 years, maybe a little longer, we went bio from here to here to here, and we're working our way around, and we're not allowed over here. We're not allowed anywhere, because this would be the North Pole on the moon map model. This is the North, and this is the South on the moon map model. So what they do is, it looks funny. I know it sounds funny because it's going to go around this way, or it sounds crazy, whatever you want to say, but it goes around like this, because you got to remember, if you're not getting to any of the south, and the south's going to come around like this and meet this north thing, come down like this. Bastard. Yeah, battery's dead. So okay, I can stop making the video because the battery's dead anyways. But just to finish off my point as I'm going along here. So yeah, this whole area here getting dark. Now, I can see the human influence, because when you start seeing the imagery and you're looking at the imagery, you'll be able to, you're looking at it and you're like, seems like it's got some kind of human influence, but I know that the humans are not going to the moon. I know they never have. This is the wizard, by the way. It comes out right here. See the eye right here, and the other eye is going to fall in here. This big pointy nose down here. Let's see if I can get him for you. Yeah, the camera will probably be too blurry to get him anyways, but there you go. Starting to get him. Because he's got his hairline and everything too. He got a patch over his eye in one direction, and then in another direction he's got both eyes clearly at different angles. Anyways, back to this again before I have to cut this off. So that's to me my evidence of this area, and that's what happened to us. We went further and further by, and those areas got dark. It shows in the moon, because the moon is not a reflection of the earth, it's a connection to the earth. And this connection goes from the stars, the sun, through the moon, from the stars and the sun through the moon,